What's up, people? Quick video here on the steel Will Gekko 1550, the mini Gekko, whatever. I'll do the specs right off the bat. It is 7.87 overall length. You got a 3.5 inch blade length of N690 steel. It is 4.37 inches closed with 140 thou thick blade stock. Handle thickness is just over half an inch. It's something like 0.6045, something like that, but just a little bit over half an inch. Weight on this is, I can't remember off the website, I did look, but I know it's right under 5 ounces. It might be like 4.9 or 4.7 ounces, but so it is a little bit on the heavier end, but not over, unwieldy heavy. Blade, like I said, N690. Let's say like a 3/4 flat ground blade, nice wedge on top, kind of a really high grit satin finish. Dual thumb studs, kind of like the Chris Reeve cone shape, but these ones are off a little bit, like that. There's kind of like, if you can see in there, just a little bit of a space between them and the blade. How they're designed, they function very well. Jimping on the blade. It's not very effective jimping. It's kind of like that Spyderco, like kind of perfect jimping where it's grippy, but not, obtrusively grippy. Blade centering is nice and spot on. If it's off in, minuscule way. The spine of the blade, as is the lock bar and the backspace, are all crowned and rounded. Green micarta handle scales, canvas. It's just standard type pivot. I haven't adjusted this knife at all, so can't really speak of anything to that yet. The handles, like I said, very nicely done. I love green canvas micarta. It's probably my favorite handle material. I just love that smooth but grippy feel, and it stays grippy even when it's wet. So dig that. Does have a lanyard hole in the back. It is clipped for right-handed tip up carry, but also reversible to left-handed tip up carry. Action is nice and smooth. It's really got that really smooth hydraulic feel to it. It's not a free dropping knife. Easy enough to flick open. It doesn't free drop, which is actually a good thing, because unlike cold steel, there's no room for error there. If it dropped, and you got a sharp blade, it'll cut you. But the lockup is nice and secure. Left and right there's no play. I can force the tiniest little bit of up and down, and it's very slight, and like I said, I gotta be forceful to do it. I'm a big fan of backlock knives, so I'm kind of used to that. I've had quite a few cold steels that just had that tiniest little amount. It really doesn't bother me. Can't feel it in use. And like I said, it's not substantial. I've had knives, if you watch my other videos at all, I have one of a GEC lockback, and it had like that rattly up and down, and I don't like that. I can't stand it when it's super loose or something. Like something that really takes a lot and it just moves the tiniest bit really doesn't bother me at all. And, can be, present in lockbacks. Can it not be? Absolutely. I've had ones that were totally solid before, but it is what it is. It doesn't bother me that much. The fit and finish is very well done on this knife, though. Like I said, this action is buttery smooth. The lockup is secure. I don't call it not being secure with that little tiny bit. I mean, it's solid. My dog's snoring in the background there, but when it locks up, it's so well done you can barely see the transition between the blade and the spine and the lock bar. The handle material is very well done all the way around. Pocket clip is nice and functional. I've worn it in my duty pants for work, which are thicker, like a black work pant, dark, not the thick cop style BDU pants. Fit fine, works functionally excellent. I also had it in a pair like the thin lightweight cargo shorts, and it worked well in that too. So very functional clip, and ergonomics are great. It feels good in pretty much any position I put it in. So no problem with ergonomics, like I said. Very nice, any grip. The blade, like I said, it was that high satiny finish. It is thin ground, pretty thin ground. I mean, not the thinnest, it's not like slip joint thin, but you're looking at like 0.02 behind the edge, 0.021 maybe. So relatively thin behind the edge. It slices well. I did cut up some cardboard with this. No heavyweight shit, but worked good enough. My kind of nitpick, the plunge grinds are, kind of is what it is. There's a little flare on the end, and you can kind of see there's a little unsharpened point. After sharpening a bunch of knives, I know that's a little detail, but it irritates me. As you sharpen it out, that kind of flare gets bigger, so I'll probably extend the sharpening notch just a tiny little bit to get rid of that. But beyond that, it's no big deal. I like the finish of the blade. It is a fingerprint and, magnet when it's high polished like that. But the liners are also polished, and this is where the fit and finish, I mean, it really gets nice. I mean, it is a $170 knife, so it is nice to see that in it. But like I said, it's a little hefty. I would like it, maybe have some, milled liners in there. I definitely think you could, not milled, but skeletonized liners in there. Lighten it up just a hair. But the weight isn't unwieldy at all. I don't mind the weight of this knife. I like it. It kind of feels substantial, but for general carry, whatever, they probably could lighten it up a little bit by skeletonizing them liners. Other than that, honestly, I think it's a great knife. I first saw this knife at Blade Show, handled it, and liked it there, and that's why I ended up buying one. Didn't buy one at Blade because I had my eyes on other things at the time, but very well done knife. And like I said, the action is smooth and buttery, that hydraulic washer feel. I have no idea what the washers are in this. I can't see down in the knife, and I haven't taken it apart yet to see. But great knife, kind of competitive option. This, like I said, this runs around $170. Benchmade large grip Tillion. I mean, it's super similar. You have the blade. I mean, the Benchmade is a little bit longer. It's a little bit lighter. Axis lock. I'm not the biggest Benchmade fan in the world. I like the grip. That noise in the background is my pit bull snoring, so my fault, but I'm not going to wake her up. Benchmade has, they're more expensive now. This is the G10 20CV blade steel. On the Gekko, you're getting N690. 20CV is definitely a better steel, edge retention wise. This knife is very well done by Benchmade. I got this like this, free drops, super smooth. There's no play whatsoever. Some of the older Benchmades I had, you get a little bit up and down. It wasn't like the big deal. They weren't like super wobbly, but it was just like, and then sometimes you get a little bit of side to side too, and then you try to adjust it, and then the axis lock, you adjust it too tight, you can't move the blade. It was kind of like really picky. These ones are very well done. So, competitively speaking, I like the steel will just a little bit better. I like the overall look of it. I like that it's thinner ground, thinner behind the edge. I like the feel. I like the handle material way better because my card is my favorite. But all in all, it could really toss up. The steel wheel's a little bit overall length shorter than the grip. The grip weighs a little less. You get almost the exact amount of cutting edge, and same in the two. So either way, this one's about $178. This is $170. I think they're both great knives. Just kind of like pick your poison. What do you like better? What style lock? Whatever. Both are, very ambidextrous for left or right hand users. So, all in all, I really like this knife. I'll be keeping it around. I need to sharpen it up. But, very nice knife. Fit and finish is awesome. I think they did a really good job. Like I said, the only nitpicks I can get is that little choro down there, which most people won't even give a shit about. The little tiny bit of movement that I can get in that blade if I really yank on it. And that's about it. And maybe if you want to complain about weight, maybe skeletonized liners in here. But all in all, very well done knife. Fit and finish is excellent. It really is. I was pretty impressed with them when I held them at Blade shows, so it wasn't a surprise to me when I got it. But cool knife. There's other options out there, but I definitely think these steel wheel knives really compete. They are made in Italy. I forget where steel wheel is out of. I'm not really sure. I don't know too much about the manufacturer. I've seen a couple videos on them, but that is what it is, and I'm out.